Hello everybody, welcome back to Middle-earth. This is Count MRVHS with episode 14 of our 4th Age Total War Dwarves campaign. I have progressed a few turns since the last episode, as you may be able to tell. Mostly because I was just fighting some repeated battles down here. Defenses of this fort of Dol Baran. We've seen one or two of these. I didn't feel a need to show you all of that stuff. But we have held off the fort after a couple of battles off-screen. But as you can tell, our forces are dwindling here. And although these blunderbusses are very effective, we don't have the population to keep them indefinitely. So I have assembled a force here under Floey of Nareg Zigil. This is a young family member who just came of age, fairly skilled. And we've trained up some units in Dwarves. We've got some mercenaries from the area, and we are about to send him south to Dunland. Also, in the west, I have this force under Fulang of Berez Doom, with some dwarves out of Hollowbold, and we are trying to cross at Sarnford. Now, the problem here, because we do not have military access with Tharbad, is that as soon as we get into their zone of control, like from a settlement or from another army, we have to stop. If we had military access, we could have zoomed through here, but I've been here for several turns, just waiting for them to move off of the ford, and for a while I was worried that I might have to trespass through the Shire. Now, that may seem like, who cares, go ahead and trespass through the Shire, but honestly, I would rather not end up at war with them. When you trespass on enemy territory, there is a chance that they will attack you, especially if they're a passive faction, like the Elves or the Shire or the Dwarves. So that's something to be aware of. So far, Tharbad has not attacked me, even though I don't have military access with them. We'll see how long that lasts. They are also heavily attacking Bree. So again, I'm not sure how this is going to end up. This is the last stronghold of Adunabar, I believe, in the north. We've cleared them out fairly well around here. And I did get reinforcements from Gibilgathal all the way over here, under Nephi of the Iron Hills. We've still got the King's army with the blunderbusses and some mercenaries, and he's just hanging out in this area to play defense in case of any small Adunabar forces, because the garrisons here really won't be able to hold them off. So this reinforcing army is about to take the mountain hold of Graham. We're just going to assault because we have siege ballistas. The force in here consists of cultists, orc raiders, and some hill trolls. So let's get right into it. This will be a good place to take, in part because I'm sure Adunabar is recruiting orcs and other beasts out of here. This is an interesting deployment position. Very dramatic. Okay. Let's see. I think, honestly, I'd rather attack from over here. Just the arc of fire from up above can be a little problematic. But actually, you know what? Let's give it a shot. We might be able to shoot over the walls and down in to the enemy. So let's see. Flaming ammo is going to be more effective versus buildings, I believe. Let's see. Against walls or gates, stone missiles are more effective. Okay. So let's keep it off flaming ammo. But you do want to use flaming ammo when you are going against troops. So we're going to also keep them off fire at will. And we'll bring all of our dwarves down. So these are, again, almost entirely from... Actually, I think these are entirely from the Blue Mountains. The only exception is the General, who is, of course, one of the family members. So I want to see if we can hit that gate. I'm not sure. Sometimes... Sometimes the aiming is a little difficult to get because you're actually aiming at the gatehouse for whatever reason. Alright, if this doesn't work, we're going to have to just make a hole. Alright, let's do that. This is going to mean more losses, but Probably should have aimed it over here. Now, they don't have any missile troops. Very good. So yeah, let's see if we can get through that gate. I'm going to keep my archers back here. And I think we're going to send in just the shield breakers because they've got the best defense. Actually, very cool. These guys have the tortoise ability. Protects against missile fire, so that may help against some of these. Right, the gatehouse has been destroyed. Let's kill that tower if we can. All right, I don't think we have enough to do that. So let's tortoise these guys up and send them right through. Alright, they're all formed up and they're heading down. Very cool. I think this is the only unit that has this ability in the mod. To be honest, I'm not sure of the effectiveness of this. It says it's good against missile fire. But we do have to worry about the trolls as well. So let's get some of our other defensive types down. Alright, that tower is still going to shoot at us. But the gateway is not. So if we can run a unit up to the gate, we can capture the ballistas and start attacking the enemy that's on the walls. So far we're not taking any damage, but they are firing. Nice. Is this unit getting hit? No, it's not, so I'll keep them all in formation for now. So, we've got the trolls right here. So this is going to be a tough fight. What I may want to do is run a unit over here to capture this gate. These guys are equipped with swords. They don't have any particular advantage against large units or anything like that. They're primarily a defensive force. Alright, tower's still firing, but they have not taken any damage. So let's send in one unit. Send them all really close to the wall. Then we can take them out of Tortoise. Alright, I guess we gotta move them in a little bit. Oh, jeez. Should I leave him in or take him out? Alright, at this point, let's take these guys out. Oh my gosh, this is brutal. Oh my gosh. Alright, if we're gonna take this, we gotta have everybody down here. This is not good. Oh man. So we're just gonna have to tank this and hope that we can wear them down to 9 dwarves. See, that's the problem with trolls. They're vulnerable to a few things. You know, as we saw, bullets. But ranged fire is pretty good. If you have a lot of kind of low-tier troops, you can swarm them, and tie them up. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do here, but these are not low-tier guys, so this is pretty dangerous. You know, against infantry with no ranged support and no cavalry, trolls can be very damaging, but they are taking some losses, down to 10 from 13. There we go. There goes the general. Now it looks like... Where was that guy hiding, right? Where was that general hiding? Well, that's sort of an engine limitation. If you've got these troll units, really they're... when they are the general of an army, that general has to be represented as a human figure. Now, in the battle, you won't ever see him look like that. But when he dies, he's going to pop out, so to speak. Alright, so there's 7... Oh, jeez, they're just getting hit. Alright, the Warhammers just throw everybody in. We do have some ranged support now, but they're vulnerable to the towers. There they go. The trolls are going, so everybody run in. This was very costly. So I should have waited this out, but... The rest of these shouldn't be too bad. Orc Raiders... Alright, let's use my bows to fire at those trolls. With that one troll. Oh, they're running amok. It's actually good for me. And there he goes. Alright, send them all in. It's just going to be a big mob. At least they won't be as vulnerable to missile fire, I'm guessing. Alright, and the cultists are just hanging up here chanting to inspire their allies. Alright, we should cut through these guys pretty easily, though. Down to 68. I'll just speed this up. So the thing about a fort is that you can see the plaza is actually the entire fort, but not the walls. So what this means is, if you put your troops on the walls, they may rout. Or, you know, fight to the death. But if you have your men down here, they will not rout if you're defending a fort. So it's kind of a balancing act with where you want to deploy. So these guys are not going to break. We're just going to have to kill them all. Those cultists, though, if we get up there, we will be able to eliminate them. So let's just get my dwarven axes up. Oh, no, here they come. Alright, these guys are just robed, knife-wielding cultists. We'll be able to take them down pretty quick. God, look how many shield breakers we lost. We lost, like, all of them. We lost a full unit, and then the other 2 units are down to 1 and 2, respectively. That's awful. Jeez. I wonder if the Warhammers would have been better. Bonus fighting riders, well, those guys don't count as riders. The trolls don't. So, and they don't really have much armor, I don't think. So, I probably should have gone in with just the regular low-tier axes. But at least we have some more dwarves in the area. We've got this fort now. We're going to absolutely lay this place desolate. So we can't train anything out of here, but we can get rid of the troll caves and the Uruk breeder, which would allow them to train Uruk swords, Uruk spears, that type of thing. Alright. And Nephi is a captain as a result of this victory, so we're going to lower the tax rate here. So this is the first fort that we've captured that isn't that isn't a Manish fort. So this is the first Orc fort. Now we could build fortified walls here. What this would do is increase the population growth here. You can see we're minus 99% population. So basically our population is never going to rise above 400, which means we can't do anything here in terms of recruitment. Now you can't recruit anyway out of forts most of the time, but you can retrain local mercenaries out of there. So if we build this, which is very expensive and fairly time-consuming, then we that would replace these mountain caverns, and it would allow us to make better use of this as a retraining place for local mercs. So that's something I do want to do eventually. But the problem is, this is also cultic, and if we do this, it's going to change the alignment, I believe. So we're going to experience some potential unrest there. All right, but we've got that for now. Let's see. This guy's actually a really good governor, so I don't want to throw him away. Nice thing about taking this, though, is you can't... you don't have to worry so much about it increasing unrest across your entire realm, because you don't have the option to build these dominion buildings in these mountain forts. Now, another place I may want to get is this. This is Gundabad Fortress. This is on my victory conditions. So we need to get this. Capturing this is also going to increase the authority of my faction leader. And currently, I think that's pretty decent. Yeah, we're at 3, 4, 5, 6. We're up at 9. So if we take that, that should get this up to 10, which would be nice. But it's not super necessary. Let's see. Okay, we do have some of these guys did come back. One of these units of shield breakers. Man, those trolls were very damaging. So it would be good to take these as well, because I'm guessing that Adunabar is training more trolls out of there. So let's get some archers. And we'll keep an eye out for other mercenaries in the area so that we can get some mannish garrison troops in here. I'll just keep them in there for now. Alright, so 16,000. We may as well go for a major province here. Actually, let's go crop rotation. That's going to give us 200. And that'll be nice. Yeah, I think there's not much I can do elsewhere. Loon, the elves have been rather threatening, and I think I've got an elven spy in there causing unrest, so we're going to have to keep an eye out. I do have a spy of my own in there. And the other thing we've been doing the past few turns is assembling troops up around here for something. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do with them yet, but we will keep doing that. May as well train some more here. What do I want? Probably axe throws are a good buy. I also noticed that Harad has taken minus honor. So Harad has come up and is being very aggressive in the Ithilien area. Looks like they're going to be able to hold on to Emin Arnon and minus Ithil as well. So Adunabar is in strength around here, but we've got them on the ropes in the north. Let's see what the next turn brings. Okay, we do have a force moving towards our towns that we just took. We lost an emissary over by the Grey Havens, that's fine. And Dol Baran is under siege yet again. And Adunabar has held on to Bree. That's also good. So what I'd like to do, now we can actually move down here. It's still going to take us a while to move towards Dunland with this force. But I can at least get them over there. And as long as there's no one on the bridge here, we may be able to do it. But actually, we may need military access, I'm realizing, because the bridge is actually part of the model of the city, so we can't just put someone there. Well, we may have to rearrange where these guys go. They may have to go up into the northeast. But I am going to start this army moving down into Dunland. I think this is strong enough to deal with what they're going to throw at us. And I think I'm going to actually push them down right towards the fort. And instead of taking this settlement first, I'm going to aim for this. That way we can support each other in this area. But Dunland is sending fewer troops towards our fortress there. Alright, let's go for more trade income. And we'll have a little battle here. So there's some Uruk spears, but otherwise everything is fairly typical. Should be a fairly quick battle. Okay, so we are attacking. I can't remember if they have any archers. Alright, so this formation has worked fairly well, and they are indeed set up on this hill. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they've got some orcish hunters back here. Here are the Uruk spears. And they've also got orcish champions. And then the general. So we are going to take some fire as we approach. But I'll aim to have my mercenary archers kind of soak that up. Alright, so here they come. Alright, and I guess we outranged them. They didn't get any shots off. So we'll move up accordingly. Okay, they are shooting at us now. Time to run up the hill with our axe throwers. So the worst of this is probably going to be the Orc champions. General could get a charge in on my blunderbusses, so I want my own general, the king, to try to hit him if possible. Alright, let's all charge the Orc champions. Get a volley in. Cry. Oh, that's right, I forgot about the Uruk spears. Okay, my general is engaging them, which is fine. yeah, these guys can be pretty dangerous. Effective against armor, and with a war cry, that just gives them an extra edge. Alright, so we're going to try to get the general, but he's just marching away. I'll halt my mercenary archers. Maybe we can get a volley in from behind. One of the cool things about playing the Dwarves is that a lot of these units are region specific, and so you can really get attached to them because you know that, like, these Dwarves of the Iron Hills came from like half a world away. Alright, so we are shooting at those orc hunters, I think. Not routing yet, but we'll keep on them. They're wavering, so they should rout pretty soon. Oh, steady. Let's bring these guys all up. General is just staying way out of range, which is the smart thing to do. Bring the guns around over here. Alright, and there go those orc hunters, so they're gone. I guess we're just going to have to corner this guy against the edge of the map somewhere. So one of the features of the mod, and this is intentional, is that general cavalry is given the skirmish ability, even if it's heavy cav. And this is designed to prevent one of the vanilla behaviors of suicide generals, whereby, because this is often the strongest unit in an army, they'll just charge them right in and end up losing the general very early in the battle. So, this is something you want to be aware of when you're playing a faction that has cavalry generals. You'll want to take them off skirmish, unless you, unless you really plan to just not use them in the fight, I guess. But I always take them off skirmish manually so that I can control how they fight, because they don't fight or charge effectively with skirmish on. So, I always remember to deselect that. But of course, the AI sometimes we'll get into this sort of silly behavior where they don't withdraw, but they just run around all over the map. So here we are, pretty much at the edge of the map, and who knows where these guys are going, right? They're probably Gonna try to chase my archers or something ridiculous, so... Or maybe they're gonna try to hit my blunderbusses. Well, we'll get a volley in anyway. There you go. Down to 13. So we'll kill him with bullets if we can't catch him. All right.
The enemy flee from the field like frightened goats, hunt them down and slay them all.
Yeah, let's see. We can maybe catch this guy with my own cav. Or shoot them. I'd love to kill a family member here. Kind of sheepdogging them right now, aren't we? Okay, let's go ahead now that the blunderbusses are all out of range. I don't want to really lose these guys. There they go. Okay, that was a bit more tedious toward the end than I would have liked. But one of the occupational hazards of playing as the Dwarven faction. So we've cleared out that army from the area. And again, this is why we want to keep this guy around here, because that little army could have quickly taken one of these settlements. So I want to send up mercenaries and see, since we're basically defending this area with our king and this army, send all the mercs out of here, and we'll see how many or how few men can hold this area. And we did train some hireling spears down in Lastbridge, so we'll send those up as well. But I think that makes a good point to end the episode. We've sort of cleared our area, taken them out in hold of Graham, and in the coming episodes we'll look toward consolidating our hold in the north, including, I'm sure, Carn Dûm, as well as these two orcish settlements, and we'll try to take back Gundabad. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll check you out on the next one.